Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Jamie Lee, and today I'm going to be sharing how to add print into a classic wardrobe. And if you're pretty familiar with my style, then you will know that I tend to prefer and gravitate towards more classic and very neutral tone pieces. I don't really go for anything too crazy. However, I still want to have a little bit of fun with my wardrobe and my outfits. So I thought what I'd do today is share the 4 key things that I do when I'm planning on adding a bit of print into my wardrobe. And I actually did a whole blog post on this, but I thought it would be really helpful to show you guys some different combinations and some different ideas as well. I do love a good video. So let's start with the first one, which is to consider whether or not the print itself is a trend piece. I know that I get really sucked in by things that I see on Instagram, and I really have to take a step back and think about it. So essentially I want to know, is it going to work with what I already have, and is there going to be longevity? So for me, when it comes to choosing a print, I typically go for something that's very subtle, or that is something that I know is going to be around forever and ever. The 2 key prints that I often go to are polka dots, and I would say that I've never met a polka dot I didn't like. I'm also wearing a polka dot top today just because I thought I'd be a little bit on theme with the video, and then stripes. And I think a good thread and stripe is obviously something you're going to have in your wardrobe for years to come. This is actually one that I've had for about 3 years now, and it's still in great condition, and it's still something I reach for all the time. So yeah, I think really going for a more subtle print. And typically what I tend to do is I do wear my prints in a more pared back manner. So for example, today I'm wearing this black polka dot top from Sportsgirl, and I just have it paired with my J. Crew denim skirt, which I have not been able to get enough of. But yeah, I think just wearing it with something very simple is a great way to incorporate that into your closet if you don't typically tend to reach for prints too often. And the other print that I think sort of fits within this category is also gingham. Now this is very trendy at the moment, but I do feel like gingham is something that does have staying power, particularly when you buy it in a very neutral color palette like this. I went for black, white and gray. Typical. I also have a dress from Urban Outfitters, which is very much in the similar style of gingham check, but this is something that I know will go with everything. It will go with the skirt that I'm actually wearing, goes with a lot of different pieces in my wardrobe, so just keep that in mind when you are planning to add print into your closet. So my next tip is to think about whether you can wear it at least 3 ways. And this is something that I actually apply very generally and broadly to every new addition that I make to my wardrobe, but I think it's even more so something you need to think about when you're planning on adding a print into your closet. Now, the thing I love about this is that it really doesn't rule out bold prints, and there's one that I really want to share with you guys. You might be familiar if you're a long-time subscriber, but it's this Karen Walker woolen geometric pattern skirt. Now, this is something that I think definitely doesn't look like it would belong in my closet, given the fact that I have a propensity to reach for things like black and white polka dots or stripes. However, this works so well with a lot of the pieces that I already have. For example, this color combination, and I'll show you guys a cutaway as well, is really gorgeous, and I have an apricot toned jumper that also looks stunning with this skirt. So do not rule out bold prints, particularly if you love pattern. I do think there is a way to incorporate them into your closet in a very classic way. And what I love about that is that it really does make bold prints a lot more accessible, particularly if you're someone like me who doesn't really tend to go for too many crazy prints. And the way that I usually would pair this is by looking at the colors that actually feature in the pattern itself and trying to find something that's complementary in my closet, like that top that I mentioned before. My next tip would be to think about how the print is going to fit in with your lifestyle. So for example, florals are something that I always associate with spring. That's generally the time of year that I would be wearing them, that and maybe into the summer a little bit, but I don't really tend to reach for something like that all year round. Something like a stripe or a polka dot I think are a lot more versatile, and they are definitely something that you can incorporate into your closet and also wear for the office as well. There are certain prints which I think are a little bit more geared to certain occasions, like a beach holiday or vacation. So a Hawaiian print or an iCat print, those are things that I wouldn't really necessarily consider as being something that is going to be versatile and that I can reach for a lot of the year, and that's also something I want to take into consideration. So one of the other prints that I think does have a lot of longevity and can be worn all year round, is perfect for autumn winter if you're living in the Northern Hemisphere, is the houndstooth print, and also a great check as well. And my final tip is to think about whether the print is going to serve as a focal point in your outfit or whether it's going to serve as a complement. So for example, that printed skirt that I shared earlier, that is definitely something that I would think of as being a focal point in my outfit, and I would want everything else to kind of complement it and work around that piece. Whereas if I was wearing a stripe, it would be more of a complement, or if I was wearing something like this, I mean, I think this is really subtle, then definitely more of a complement to my overall outfit, and it's not really going to be something that detracts from the whole look. A printed shoe is also a really great way to go. There are really cute gingham flats. Actually, I will try and insert a little picture here or here so you guys can see which ones I'm talking about, that I saw at J. Crew, which I think would be gorgeous as a little way to add some print into your closet, but without really going full hog, if you know what I mean. One of the things I wanted to touch on was special occasion wear. Now, personally, I have a very small edit of occasion dresses that I tend to cycle through depending on what occasion I'm going to. However, you know, I feel like this is one place where you could have a really gorgeous print, but you don't have to necessarily keep it in line with the rest of your wardrobe. It doesn't have to have that same look and feel. So for that, I wanted to share a dress that I got from Acne Studios. I've had this for a few years now and I have worn it a number of times, and this really doesn't go with anything else in my closet. However, I do think it's really cute paired with a little biker jacket, and I'll show you guys in the cutaway sort of like how I would style that. But this is a strapless dress. It's absolutely stunning. It's very much in terms of the style of piece that I like to wear. However, I love the fact that there is something much more interesting about it than if this dress was black. And that's what really drew me to it, and that's why I've hung on to it, and why it is one of those pieces in my wardrobe that I love reaching for if I've got a special event to go to. So don't rule out print and color when it comes to your special occasion kind of section of your closet. I think that's probably the one area where you can have heaps of fun. The final thing I wanted to mention is that if you are the kind of person who does love color but isn't really sure how to incorporate or how they want to incorporate print into their closet, the best thing to do is to marry up those two things together. So go for a really simple, subtle print and then wear something really bright and colorful with it. So for that, and you guys will have probably seen this in one of my previous videos, but I just love this pairing. So this top from Susan I adore, and I just think it looks absolutely stunning. It's a great way to have your cake and eat it too. You've got your print, you've got your gorgeous color, but then you still have a really simple or very classic outfit. So that's definitely the way to go if you're not really sure how to combine the two. So those are all my tips on how to add print into a classic wardrobe. I hope you guys found this helpful, and I also hope you enjoyed getting to see the different ways that I incorporate print into my own closet and the different combinations that I typically tend to reach for. Do give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this from me, and I will see you next week with a brand new one. See you soon. Bye.